Good morning, it's 9 AM on Saturday the 14th of September 2024. It's my first ride in over a month actually. The Roubaix top is on because there is an autumn chill in the air, and I've got a new addition. Got the Wahoo Roam version 2 now, and there's a new toy in there which you might have already seen, or you will see in a minute depending on where I put it in the video. Gorgeous sunny day, should be a nice ride, not too windy. So I'm on the familiar Ystwyth trail. Looking at the Wahoo, it's exactly the same, apart from the very useful fact that the buttons are no longer concave, so it's very easy to press, and there's a different colour display, and it shows up cycle lanes in the blue colour, which is handy. And my old one, the battery was dying, so I wrote to Wahoo and I said, I've got this Wahoo Roam that's 4 years old, done 10,000 miles. Do you offer repairs, or is it better to buy a new one? And after some correspondence of asking what the problem was and so on, the guy on the other end said, I'll send you a new one and pick up the other one. I thought, really? Because the older one was 4 years old, and you know, it'd been well used and come to the end of its natural life basically. He says, no, I'll just give you another one. I was like, okay, it's very nice of you, can't fault that. Pick up the other one. They said they'd arranged the date, but they must have sent DPD out before he said we'll give you a new one, because the very next day this Wahoo arrived and he said, I've come to pick up the other Wahoo. I was at work though, so he had to leave this one in next doors, and they never picked up the other one because I didn't know they were coming, and I hadn't prepared the sticker. So I asked them, will they send another courier? And they said they would, and they haven't yet, so now I've got two. But basically this is the first trip with this one, and we shall see how it goes. I've got my phone recorded in the background. So I thought that was very good service. And it's a lovely sunny day, bit of wind actually, sweating a bit in the Roubaix top. I'm back at the collapsed bit. Not been much done. It's starting to fill up with plants now and general detritus. There's sycamores and Japanese knotweed down there. The railway sleeper's still there. I doubt they'll do much more before the winter, but hopefully the water won't get on top of it and wash it all the way from behind again. That would be a shame, but we'll see if they do anything before the winter comes. I'm sure you've seen the new toy now in the video. It's obviously it's a drone. I bought it the beginning of the month. I've had it 2 weeks now, It's really enormous fun. It's the DJI Mini 3 Fly More combo. So it's got a travel bag, a remote with the screen on it, and 2 spare batteries, which come with a battery charger, and you can use the battery charger as a power bank as well, which is practical, but then you have less drone flying time. So I've brought my power bank with me anyway. Yeah, it's great fun. It doesn't record any sound, but then you can always, I suppose, do what I'm doing now and overlay some commentary of the film. So I was filming over the River Ystwyth, and the town that you'll see in the distance is Llanilla. I'm on the small footbridge next to the railway. And I was hoping it wasn't going to rain today so I could take it out, because the SD card slot and the USB-C slot on the drone itself aren't waterproof, so I would imagine it would tolerate the beginning of a shower as you came into land. There's nothing to say you're not allowed to ride it, to fly it in the rain, but I wouldn't want to. I was a bit cautious flying under the bridge. I had to abort one recording because the bridge, a foot below the boards, has a tensioning cable. I nearly flew into it and nearly lost the drone in the river. So you do have to be very careful. And when I was doing the rocket up shot, it finished the shot and then it started the low battery return to home, and I prefer to override the return to home. And so I did, and I landed the drone on my hand, caught it, which worked quite well this time before I tried to do it. And I don't think the infrared could catch up the white of my skin, but it catches it can detect the black of the glove as the land, I suppose. So yeah, with my cycling glove, obviously that looks more like a surface than the white skin. So yeah, great fun. So anyway, back on the Ystwyth trail, just heard a buzzard. The leaves are starting to fall, some are starting to turn. So it is mid-September now, and autumn will surely follow. It'll be the equinox on the 26th, I think, or the 23rd. And then the nights will be shorter. It will be longer than the days, I mean. Overall, it's been a fairly wet summer. So maybe the winter will be sunny, who knows. Sunny and dry winter will be quite nice, even if it is cold. It's one of the big Douglas firs in the Hafod estate, where here's coming up to the viewpoint. Hi. Taff, I think, said on her jumper, from Cardiff. So whether she's ridden all the way from Cardiff, I don't know. But anyway, there's the viewpoint. And It is looking still summery, more summery than autumnal. If I remember correctly, all these are larches, so they'll turn soon. And the old man's beard is blowing its seeds into the wind. Off up into the valley. And we'll be going up Mohican Road today for the first time in a long time. I was just thinking how wide the flare was on that girl's bike's handlebars. I don't know if they're that comfortable. Must be easier on the off-road. That'd be like riding a mountain bike. Look at the... can't really see it. With the colour of the light on the conifers. I'm right down deep in the depths here. I was taking the normal cycling route, but the off-route alarm alerted me, which is reassuring that that works. I've not been down here for a while. Quite nice. Once before I've been up here, just past a guy with a... I don't know what they're called actually. It's like a forklift, but it's got the thingy doesn't... It's not, it goes up and down on a chain, it goes up and down on a normal hydraulic lever thing, but it's forks at the front and a track thingy. Yeah, so and then a guy behind on the quad bike. They weren't bothered about me on the footpath, so yep. Sometimes you get people angry, but these weren't. Anyway, this is where I was when I heard a tawny owl calling in the middle of the day in one of these trees, and I got the camera out and it was completely silent and I couldn't find it. I thought I was going to be on the road over there, but obviously not. There's some of the village of Ystwyth. I wonder if that goes all the way up to the top. That must be getting on for 100 now, that beech. Nice tree. Next to my other favourite, the oak. Beeches have more interesting trunks though. It felt quite warm in there, so it must be a good source of heat. There's the main bit of Ystwyth. Mohican Road is on past the mines, I think, if I remember correctly. It is, yes. And that's the main bit of the hamlet. And then you can see just above it the lane going up. It just goes around, up and then down, back down there. So, and then the gravel path onwards. There's a dead. I'm going with stoat because there's a slight black tip on the tail and it's a bit bigger than big-ish. But doesn't look like it's been run over, but it's, yeah, a shame. I don't know why this goes this way. It's been rerouted. It used to go through there and you were on the same track, but you can't go that way anymore. We go through the field. So onwards now. There's a tile up here. I'm going to go and try and get it.